You really shouldn't wear heels if you can't even carry your own groceries." The words escaped Matt's mouth sharper than he meant. He was kneeling in the middle of a parking lot, gathering spilled eggs and crushed cereal boxes, while the woman he was helping barely glanced up from her phone. Designer sunglasses, flawless makeup, expensive jeans, and not a single "thank you." Just silence. He scoffed, stood up, and wiped yolk from his jeans. All he wanted was to grab a few groceries and get home to his daughter before dinner. But of course, life had other plans. Then, just above a whisper, she said it. "Thank you." Barely audible. Her voice was softer than expected, almost shy. Matt paused, surprised. She looked up slowly, her eyes hidden behind dark lenses. He noticed the groceries weren't just groceries, everything was high-end. Imported chocolates, artisan wine, a bottle of water that probably cost $10. And poking out of the bag, a $100 bill folded carelessly between two loaves of organic bread. Matt couldn't help himself. "You're rich?" he blurted, unable to hide the frustration in his tone. She finally cracked a half smile. "I'm just shopping." But Matt was already shaking his head. "Then why not tip the guy who just saved your overpriced eggs?" Her smile faded. "Because I wasn't sure if you were helping me or judging me." That stopped him cold. No comeback. Just silence between two strangers surrounded by shattered eggshells. Then she took off her sunglasses, and that's when his heart stopped. Her eyes were familiar, not just from some billboard or magazine. No, these eyes had once owned every headline. Emily Ray, the heiress who vanished after her billionaire father was sentenced in one of the biggest corporate frauds in history. The same woman the media tore apart. The same woman the public hadn't seen in over 3 years. Matt stumbled backward, stunned. "Wait, are you—" She nodded once. "Keep your voice down." He couldn't believe it. Here she was, disguised in broad daylight, in a grocery store parking lot, picking up her own mess. "What are you doing here?" he whispered. Emily looked away. "Because I needed to see if someone would help me, without knowing who I am." Matt blinked. "So this was a test?" She shook her head. "Not for you. For me." Still kneeling, she began gathering the last of her fallen items, this time carefully, respectfully. "I spent years surrounded by people who saw money, not me. I disappeared because I didn't know who I was anymore, and today I just wanted to see if anyone would treat me like a human being." Matt didn't know what to say. He wasn't a saint, he just reacted. Because that's what decent people did. They helped, even when no one was watching. As they both stood, she asked gently, "What's your name?" "Matt," he replied, still stunned. "Warehouse manager, full-time single dad." And in that instant, it all came pouring out. How he lost his wife 2 years ago to cancer. How he worked 16-hour shifts just to pay for his daughter's braces. How he skipped lunch most days so she wouldn't go without dinner. How today he used his last 20 to buy groceries and a small toy she'd been begging for. He didn't expect pity, he just needed to say it. Emily listened, really listened. Her expression softened with every word. "Why are you telling me this?" she asked. "Because," he said, "you looked like someone who needed to be reminded there's still good people out there." For a moment, the parking lot faded away. No cars, no broken eggs. Just two people who had lost something and found a strange comfort in each other. Then she reached into her purse and pulled out a plain white card. "Come to this address tomorrow, noon." Matt turned it over. It was a foundation, private, powerful. "What is this?" he asked. Emily looked him in the eye. "A job, director of operations, full benefits, double your current pay. Flexible hours so you never miss another moment with your daughter." Matt's jaw dropped. "Why would you do this?" Her voice cracked. "Because kindness like yours is rare. And I need people I can trust." The next day, Matt showed up, half out of disbelief, half out of hope. Emily was already there, waiting in the lobby. But she wasn't alone. His daughter was sitting beside her, holding a balloon, smiling bigger than he'd ever seen. "She told me to trust her," his daughter beamed. Matt's eyes filled with tears. He looked at Emily, who simply nodded. "You showed up for me when no one else would. Now I'm showing up for you." In a world where people wear masks of wealth, power, and pride, one act of humanity broke through the noise. He had helped her with groceries, but she gave him back his future. If this story touched you, subscribe the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.